This week, we're wrapping up talking about the 5 love languages written by Gary Chapman back in 1992. It's an oldie but goodie. It is a classic, and I'll tell you something, this book will bless you, and it has blessed me, it has blessed my family. And I want to share that with you. And in case you don't remember, the 5 love languages are words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch, which we're going to touch on today. Physical touch, above all love languages, is my favorite. I am a hugger. If I could be with you right now, I would hug you. And that's just me. And quarantine and all of that, listen, I'll be glad when all of that's over because I actually miss hugging people. I went to a barbecue food truck that I like to go to, and I know the proprietor as well, and it really hurt me to my core that I wasn't able to go over there and hug them when I went to visit their food truck. Physical touch is really important to me. My youngest son, it was really into physical touch. I mean, it very much into tactile sensitivity. It was like he loved to be held, he loved to be touched, and he loved to touch. He would like to feel skin. If you held him in your arms, he would reach out of his little blanket and he'd touch your arm because that's just the way that he was. And physical touch is one of these things, some people love physical touch. Some people love hugging. They love a good handshake. And then there's some people that love personal space. They're like, back off, dude. And that's okay. Listen, not everybody's cut out to be physically connected, right? So the thing is that this is a very special thing, but I also believe that it's probably the most human because we're all created to give words of affirmation. We're all created to have qualities, to spend quality time together. We are all created to receive gifts, and we are all created for acts of service. But the thing that makes humanity human is the touch, the warm embrace, the kiss, just some whatever the physical manifestation is. That's something that makes us human, and it's something that we crave, it's something that we desire. And here's the thing, for those of you who are not into physical touch, don't be alarmed and don't beat up on yourself. It's okay. Not everybody is created to experience or to enjoy that level of connectedness, or that's not their love language, or it may not be your love language, and that's cool, right? But the thing is that if you are a hugger, chances are you're a hugger because you like contact, right? And because you like contact, that is likely your love language. So when it comes to physical touch, I'm a hugger. This is my primary love language, right? I would say that I have 3, that mine are physical touch, acts of service, and words of affirmation. Those are the 3 things that I love to give, and I love it when I get them, and it just, it makes my world, right? And now I mentioned also that I would say during the course of the week, that I would say that it is possible for you to be fluent in multiple love languages. I just mentioned 3 of my own. I believe that I'm highly fluent in all 3 of those. And the other 2, not so much. But those are my my thing. And you have your thing. You may have 1, you may have 2, 3, 4. Hey, you might be a complete badass and be fluent in all 5. It is possible. And it's okay. It's okay if you are. It's okay if you're not. But know this, that of all the love languages, at least 1 you are fluent in. Now, again, this physical touch, one of the things that we have to do is we have to respect boundaries. One of the things that I learned is that there are some people that don't even like a handshake. I've met celebrities that they're not hung up on their celebrity. It's they're kind of like germaphobes, or they're OCD, and they don't like handshakes and they don't like hugs, and that's cool. The thing is, you have to find out what those boundaries are. Typically, if you step to someone with your arms stretched wide and you're about to hug them, if they're going to hug you back, they're going to probably reach out their arms wide and reach for the embrace too. But if you reach out for an embrace and someone pulls back, then chances are that hug is not going to be reciprocated, and that person, this is not their love language. So don't try to speak to them in that language. Similarly, if you run across someone that you try to shake their hand, you extend your hand for a handshake and they withdraw it, or they kind of give it to you tepidly. Because listen, I used to always be of the mindset that a man gives a good manly handshake. That you grip it and rip it, right? But the reality is that not everybody's into that level of contact. And so some people, even though, whether it's a guy or a gal, it could be that, hey, I just don't get into this, this handshake contest, and that's cool. So physical touch is important because, listen, babies crave it, lovers love it, friends thrive on it, and here's the thing, that it is the thing that I believe that makes humanity human. But it doesn't work for everyone. Not everyone speaks that love language. Not everyone will receive that. And so even though you may think that your hug, your embrace is a gift, that person may not be prepared to receive that gift. And so those are the 5 love languages. I hope that this has been a very edifying week for you, and I hope that you've learned something about love and that you've learned something about yourself, because at the end of the day, that's the important thing. If we're learning about ourselves, we're looking inside, reaching inside, and we're growing. That's the important thing, and I hope that helped. So I will talk to you later. Love you and peace. Hi. Glad you tuned in. Hope to hear from you soon. If you like this video, please like and subscribe here, and I will see you on the other side of forward.